This is Bobby again with Homespun, and it is very quiet around the house right now. I am at my daughter's house, which seems to be the normal routine. She is going to school, and she really relies on me right now to help her with the grandkids, okay? So anyway, I am on the fold-out couch, and I'm going to try to be quiet when I do this video. But I just got done watching Belle's Reborn Nursery's latest video. Now, you can say whatever you want about me, and that's fine. You know, everybody has their own opinion about things. You're entitled to your opinion. But I'm listening because I anticipate and I look forward to her next video. Because right now, I am on this theme of protecting the innocent victims of being bullied, being, what is the word? You know, just sabotaged by ignorant people because of one word: jealousy. And she points that out. So you can say what you want. You can say, well, you know, this lady named Bobby, who is got this channel going on that she just started, she calls herself Homespun, whatever, is kind of tailing on what Belle's Reborn Nursery is saying. But I've been listening. And much to the distress of the bully scenario, I am going to refer to some notes that I wrote down while I was watching Belle's Reborn Nursery's latest video. I felt that by doing that, it would remind me, you know, of what I wanted to say. So, one of the things, you know, she talked about a variety of subjects, but I just feel so intensely committed to the fact that I don't need to defend her per se, but I feel that I need to express that it is ludicrous, really ludicrous, that she has to get online and try to defend, without being offensive, her standard and her stance regarding her videos. Come on, people. This is ridiculous. Really ridiculous. Now, she's within the range, you know, her videos, let me just say, is within the range of the Reborn, you know, community. And she has made, I think she quoted saying in her video, 110 videos. And of those 110, there are only a few select videos that are being focused on, that are being used as ammunition to try and destroy her, you know, undermine her efforts, trying to bully her, trying to subdue her, trying to traumatize, trying to berate. I mean, any negative word that you can find within the dictionary that has a negative connotation, okay, is being used against her, including the threat of suicide. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm going to get into that in a minute, but I just want to say, first of all, she was talking about the fact that her subscribers are being prominent, or becoming more prominent, or becoming numerically advanced, you know, numerous subscribers, however you want to put it, okay? Excuse me, but I'm tired. I've had a long day, so if I seem to use a lot of big fancy words and my voice is slurring a little bit, well, you know, hey, I've got a little nightcap underneath my belt, what can I say? And it's time for bed, and I'm tired, but I'm going to tell you, I'm listening to this afternoon. I couldn't wait to sit down and listen. And I'm like, oh my God, this poor child, you know. And part of me is going, girl, why are you defending yourself? Why are you trying to fix stupid? If you're stuck on stupid, you can't fix stupid, as they say in the South. You cannot do it. It's a done deal. It's a permanent issue. It's never going to go away. You can sit here all day long, my love, Belle's Reborn Nursery, my darling sweet little thing, and you can defend it all day long, but it ain't going to go away, baby, because these people are stupid. They are stuck on it like melted tar, okay? As they say in North Carolina, when you move here, you never can leave because you get tar under your heel. Well, not only do you get tar under your heel, but it gets stuck in your brain. And sometimes you just can't fix it, honey. And you can go all day long and try to explain the situation all day long until you turn blue, until you lose your breath. And it ain't going to change nothing. So, I'm going to get Southern on you here. There ain't nothing you can do about it, baby. It is what it is, as they say. It's a stuck situation. It's never going to go away. Okay, it's like a block of cement around people's necks. They're going to sit there and put that mess around their necks, and they're going to drown. You can't change it, honey, as much as you want to, okay? So anyway, I'm listening to this girl, and I'm thinking, oh my God, really? Bless her heart, as they say in the South. Bless her sweet little heart. She has no, I mean, it's not her fault. What I'm saying is it's senseless to try to sit there and clarify the whys and the wherefores, and try to justify, well, this is what I'm doing and this is why I'm doing it, and you know, I don't mean anything by it, but this is why, and going through the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. It doesn't matter, honey. You can say whatever you want, Belle's Reborn Nursery. These people are just stupid. They're not going to change. Okay? Alright. So, this deal about the giveaways, okay, and the drama, expositions, the explanatives, or the descriptions of the drama, okay, and the giveaways, they have no bearing. There is no bearing on your channel growing because you are focusing on so-called giveaways and so-called drama issues, okay? It's nothing new under the sun in the Reborn community, evidently. I mean, I'm not a Reborn artist, okay? But I do know that there evidently this drama thing is just going on and on and on. It's never going to go away. It's like molasses on a cold day going uphill. I mean, it's going to take forever, and it's never going to go away. They're never going to reach the crest. They're never going to get it over the hump, because some people make it a hobby, per se, of being ugly. They make it a practice. They thrive on it. This is what gives their lives meaning. This is what gives their lives, you know, hope. This is what gives their lives direction, my love. Miss Belle's Reborn Nursery. This is really the reality of the situation. And also in retrospect, when you stop and think about it, there's some people that they're just, you know, predisposed maybe to this mentality, and they can't help it. they just can't help it. Bless their hearts, they just can't help it. You can't fix it. Even if they're not stuck on stupid on purpose, they're stuck on stupid because they just, maybe their mama and daddy were related, and when they had the kid, and the kid come up, and this is how they are. You can't change it, baby. I mean, you can't change it, okay? So I'm listening to this sweet little thing, Belle's Reborn, and, okay, I've said this several times. I'm 62, okay? But to me, listening to her, I'm thinking, oh, that sweet little darling, but really she's not that much younger than me, but yet I'm, 20 years older than her. And I'm thinking, baby, don't stand there and try to defend your situation when these people are going to be like this, because they are just not going to change. There ain't nothing you can do about it. But I'm looking at my notes. How about that? Somebody said something about the notes with her and tried to, make a derogatory comment because she was looking at notes. Oh, come on, give me a break. Really? Okay. So anyway, that is not why she's growing. I'm thinking that perhaps that maybe the reason that she is growing is that people are tired. Okay? Laying aside the Southern thing, getting to the reality of the situation. Maybe people are tired of the superficial. They're tired of the fake. They're tired of the act. They want real. They want fresh. They want genuine. They want unbiased. Okay? And they want fresh content. And they see through the superficial. And they're ready for the real. And Belle's Reborn Nursery offers that. She offers the real, okay? I mean, I listened to her the other night. Again, I mentioned her live video that she did, and oh my God, as she talked about her struggle with employment. And I think that, like me, she dances to the drum of or dances to the beat of a different drummer. She just, for some reason, couldn't get that niche going on. And now she has found that niche, and that niche is just blossoming and growing and flourishing, and people are interested, and they are attentive, and they are attuned to what is going on in this little girl's life. And really, I mean, she's not extravagant. She is not exploitive. She is not drama. She is not, like a rainbow of personality, but she's real, and she's fresh, and she's genuine, and people want that. They're tired of, let's see if I can put on a little show, to try to attract people. I mean, and people may look at me and go, well, what do you think you're doing? You're doing that. You're trying to put on a little drama thing. You're trying to put on a display. You're trying to be, something. You're trying to attract viewers, or you're trying to, whatever. But the reason I do my videos, ladies and gentlemen, is because my family, they just don't take me very seriously. It's kind of sad. It really is very sad to say that, but it's the truth. They don't take me seriously. They don't think I have an intelligent bone in my body. And so I feel that I need to voice who I am. I feel like my life is just passing me by, and I want to be heard. And if my voice means sticking up for somebody, one of the many facets of my voice, because, like a pie, I've got all these different segments going on in my life, and I feel like I've got some kind of noteworthy situations that I can share. I have some kind of, realness that I can share. I want to do that. That's why I'm doing the video thing. I'm not doing this to become popular. I just want to be heard. I just want to know that when I go on and I pass on in this life, there's a little something left of me that my grandkids or my son or, some of my family members can go back and say, she wasn't that bad after all. She was right cool. She was pretty cool. She was a cool granny. She was a cool person. She was very intellectual, or she was this or she was that. I need that confirmation, but I'm not going to get that right now. But it'll be after the fact, because that's always how it is. You never miss anything until it's gone. But she talked about monetizing and the fact that people have accused her, well, the only reason you do giveaways is because, you want to get all these viewers to look at your channel, and so you're enticing them like cheese on a string to a mouse. Well, really, the giveaway situation, first of all, has to embrace the given circumstance of the environment, which would be the Reborn community, okay? Say, for instance, if I was into the hunting program, I would say, well, if I get this many subscribers, I will give away this particular shotgun, or I will give away this handgun, or whatever. Okay? If you listen to what I have to say, your reward will be this potential to win this particular item. There is nothing wrong with that. Hold up, I gotta get another sip of my little dooflagy. Hold on, I'm not gonna let y'all see. Okay, my mouth was getting dry. Okay, it is entirely up to the discretion of the person who is doing the channel to show their appreciation to their audience. Yeah, okay, by becoming a member, becoming a subscriber, let me just rephrase that, to subscribe to that person's channel, the potential to win something is a thank you. Thank you for showing interest in my channel. Thank you for showing an interest in what I have to say. Thank you for believing in me enough that there's a potential that you, as a reward and as a thank you, could possibly win this particular item. Because she's embracing the reborn thing, she's offering these beautiful tokens of thankfulness. The little elephant and the little, the different elements of the little rattle and the different, cute little dooflachies for the little giraffe and this, that, and the other, as a thank you to a potential subscriber. That is like a fun and game thing. It's entirely up to the generosity of the person who is making the channel available for your entertainment, if you so choose, autonomously, as an intelligent human being, to become a subscriber. Nobody is twisting anybody's arms, okay? So these people that are bullying my little friend need to think twice about, what they're trying to say. I mean, it strikes me as if the comments that she is sharing with online have different levels. Well, let me see if I say this, maybe she will pull back. Belle's Reborn Nursery. Maybe if I say this, she will pull back. Or maybe, okay, so that didn't work. Okay, that comment didn't work. So let me come up with another comment, a little bit deeper, a little bit more tragic, a little bit more hateful, or a little more, let me try the hateful side first. Okay, no, the hateful side didn't work. Shoot. Well, let me do the sympathetic side. So let me talk about suicide. Let me talk about, well, if you're being so mean to me, you know, and you're telling me that you're blocking me or you're not going to respond to me. Oh my God, I'm under so much stress. I just want to commit suicide. And if I do, it's going to be your fault. She points that out in her video. And I'm going, oh my God. You know, if you have an issue to the point where you feel suicidal, okay, and it's just a gimmick. It really is. It's just a gimmick. It's what is the word? You know, that story about the leak in the wall, crying wolf or whatever, and it doesn't really exist. And then, you know, after a while, you just go on and on and on and on to the point where people they eventually figure out she's just telling a story. She's lying. She doesn't really mean it, you know. And this person who's trying to use this as leverage against this sweet little girl, who is just merely trying to enjoy the growth of her channel on YouTube, okay, and her reborns and the things that give her passion in life, okay. Someone's going to use the leverage of well, I'm going to commit suicide because you don't like what I'm saying when I respond to you. And it's like, really? Don't make her own your issue. I mean, if you are that in that state of mind, okay, it has nothing to do with her not wanting to deal with your bullying. Okay, if you want to bully her, and she's like, hey, please back off. I mean, hey, at least she said please, and at least she was polite about it, and at least she requested, and she didn't threaten and demand and make, this is it. I'm drawing the line in the sand. I mean, at least she was trying to be discreet and be diplomatic about it, but this person comes back with a shotgun in your face with, well, I'm going to commit suicide. Come on. Really? Get real. I mean, it's ridiculous, really. It's ridiculous. So, I'm looking at my notes, okay? Don't begrudge me for that. I need to hurry up and get on with this because it's getting... people are just tired of superficial. They just want what's real, and this is why her channel is growing. This is why people are inclined to become subscribers. They're interested, and we all know that the internet is a channel of knowledge. We all know that it's going to help us learn and grow and be exposed to things that maybe we normally wouldn't be exposed to, whether it's something good or something bad. Unfortunately, there's just as much bad as there is good, and so, there's a balance there, and unfortunately, in this scenario with the reborn community and the drama and these particular people that seem, there's a saying about the hit dog yelps the loudest. Well, that's the case here, because this person that's, or persons or man or woman or Mr. or Mrs. or whomever they are, that are persecuting these girls, in the reborn community, okay, coming up and giving them a hard time because their channel is growing like overnight. Heck, there's a risk involved here because, like, just because they're growing, for those of you that are kind of mental about it, that doesn't mean they're going to stay in that ratio forever. I mean, they're going to have to come up with, they're going to have to figure out a way to keep things fresh and keep things interesting. And it's a challenge, and it requires a lot of forethought and a lot of intelligence and a lot of effort and a lot of time and a lot of money. Okay, it's not an easy endeavor to stay at the top all the time. That's just how life is. I'm telling you, there's ups and downs. And those of you that feel intimidated by this Belle's Reborn Nursery thing, come on. I mean, I hope and pray that she maintains that status. I hope that she constantly, is on the top. I don't want her to ever be on the bottom. But again, there's that potential that, there's a stress, there's a tightrope of performance that's required to stay there. It's not an easy thing. And so don't kick at her. Don't, give her credit where credit is due. Okay, I start to say that, YouTube's a public forum, and there is a mild element of standards that are required, but as a whole, YouTube is very liberal, and they are very open to diversity, originality, and autonomous content. So that means that it's a free forum, to each his own. If you don't like what somebody's doing or saying, just move on. Do you think that it's 100% essential? Now, I can throw my comment in there and say, I don't like this or that, but I don't make it a constant, continuous affliction, in your face, everyday situation. Okay? If I don't agree with something, I'm going to tell you, okay, I don't agree with this. Depending on the level, it could be something I strongly disagree, and I'm going to let you know that. But I do not have to continually push that in your face to make that comment understood. Okay? YouTube is a very flexible platform, and it allows us as human beings all around the world, all cultures, to glean from it what we can. What you like, you like. What you don't, you don't. You don't have to make it a living 24/7 issue, especially towards the person. You can't. You just can't change by being a bully. It only shows everybody what you're made of. So, giveaways, going back to the giveaways, they're based on personal preference. It's a personal choice of the giver to determine the elements based on the flavor of the given community. And it just so happens to be a reborn community, okay? And again, going back to the suicide thing, don't justify. Don't sit there and try to lay blame at somebody else's feet as to why you feel that you want to end your life. I understand and sympathize that life as a whole for many is very tough. Some people have suffered trauma and suffered some excruciating pain, mentally, physically, whatever, in their lives. And it does have a tendency to overflow later on in life as an adult, and it does influence your choices, okay? But at the same time, I'm not going to be able to intellectually blame you, for the fact that I was abused, okay, or whatever. Somehow you have to work beyond that. I'm not saying it's a simple process. It's not. But don't undermine somebody else because you are hurting, or you feel intimidated, or you're feeling some kind of way. Own up to your feelings and recognize this is my problem. And yes, it does influence my thoughts. It does influence my outlook, but I've got to fix it. I've got to somehow find a way to fix it. Whether you turn to God, whatever it takes, you have to come to the recognition within yourself that you own the problem. The problem didn't start with you in that you were the reason, but you have to say, this is what happened and I need to fix it. Don't try to blame somebody else for it. I know it's hard because there are different levels of pain. Life sucks sometimes. It really, really does. It sucks sometimes, but I somehow have to find the good. I have to. Otherwise, I would be suicidal. And I can understand. But to sit there and say, well, because your channel is becoming successful in YouTube, I feel so threatened that I want to commit suicide. You need to stop and say, I need help. I need to stop and realize that my concept is messed up. I need to re-examine. And you know what? None of us are perfect. None of us have it all together. There is no shame in admitting when you're weak. There's no shame in admitting when you fail. There's no shame in it and in admitting that there's something that needs to be addressed in your heart and in your mind. Okay? But unfortunately, there are a lot of people that just don't recognize that. But those of us that are broken and realize we're broken and we need to be fixed, that's a great thing. So those that are intimidated by these girls that are coming up, and like I said, life is complicated. It's like a web, like a spider's web. You just never know, where it all comes from. But this focus, this horrendous focus on bullying these reborn artists, this is just one of many thousands of things that people get hung up on, I'm sure. There's all types of mental, facets as far as people, acting kind of crazy. But I'm focusing on the reborn thing with Belle's Reborn Nursery. Just, if you're an intelligent human being and you truly are jealous, just admit, hey, I want to be successful too, and I feel bad because I'm not being, I don't have as many subscribers. Just move on. Get over it. Figure out what you can do. Like she said, learn from those that are successful. Okay. You may not be the most intelligent person, but you can be a mature person. You don't have to be brilliant, but you can be mature. And you can say, well, I wonder, what is she doing that is making her channel successful that maybe I can incorporate into my channel to make my channel successful? That's maturity. You don't have to be that intelligent, just mature. Okay? So, I already mentioned the giveaways are like a reward system. They're optional, but they're also a very generous aspect of the person who is offering the freebie, whatever they so choose. The internet embraces a million facets of life, and the variety of that life. God made a million different personalities. He made the rainbow for a reason. Everybody's different. It's called diversity of culture, diversity of social mores. It's called diversity of choice, personality, internal drive and motivation. It's diversity. Just embrace the diversity. And if you can learn something from it, go for it. And I don't know if any of this makes any sense. I'm getting crazy here, but it's getting late. I need to go to sleep. But the thing is, just give these girls a chance. And stop feeling threatened. Stop feeling intimidated. And just pull back a little bit and just watch and learn and listen. And even with Belle's Reborn Nursery, bless her sweet little heart, I'm like, girl, stop defending yourself. Stop trying to clarify the reasons of whys and wherefores. Who cares? I mean, it's nobody. I mean, it's sad that you have to go to that length to somehow lend credibility to your channel. In my opinion, okay, human beings, okay, just taking me for an example and looking at Belle's Reborn. Thank God she is different from me. I'm different from her. She's got dark hair. I've got light hair. I have green eyes, and from what I can tell, she has dark eyes. Diversity is the key to quality in life. It makes life interesting. and none of us are, we have a lot that we are the same. We have a lot that we have in common, but that does not mean that everything is the same and everything is in common. Diversity is the key and the element that makes the quality of life worth living. And so, you know, and I mentioned before, excuse me, that within my generation, the power curve of learning is so accelerated. And these girls that are coming up and doing these reborns, you know, and painting and doing whatever, and being intuitive and being entrepreneurs and just trying to make a living for their families without having to be away from their families. Okay, a lot of women today have discovered avenues that have proven to be productive financially, emotionally, spiritually, whatever. Don't begrudge them for that growth. Don't begrudge them. They're paving the way. I want my granddaughter, who is only, you know, she's in 5th grade, bless her heart, love her with all my heart, laying next to me, sleeping. I want her to be able to explore every option in life that's available without feeling that somebody's going to jump down her throat and tell her what she's doing and what she's thinking and what she's exploring cannot be done. I want her to feel that she can be and do anything she wants. And I know that many are not going to support her cause. But for as many that don't support her cause, there's going to be just as many that will support her cause. And that's what I want her to recognize. I want her to recognize the ones that are willing to mentor, the ones that are willing to encourage her to be the best that she can be. Okay? And if these bullies and trolls and whoever they are, okay, would stop and think. I know that I have a famous saying. I call it famous because it is very thought-provoking in that I want people to treat others like they want to be treated. And I also have said in the past, I hope when I've been mistreated, I've looked at that person and I have said, I hope and pray that the people that you love, the people that mean the most to you in your life, okay, that you would lay down and die for, I hope that they are not treated the way that you have treated me today. Take care. Good night.